It depends on the setup. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's English and sometimes it's Japanese. It really depends.
Which one do you prefer to play with?
I would definitely say Japanese. View has an English version for certain characters is really weird.
Alright, so I remember in Korea, these two players are playing head-to-head in the setup, but now we're playing side-by-side in the finals. Do you think this is going to affect either player?
Yeah, definitely. I think Infiltration is a much better side-by-side player. Oh, no button checklist.
No, yeah, they already went to it. So in Korea, we did not see this matchup at all, right? We did not see the Ken versus Akuma because both players either picked their secondary or it was Momochi's Akuma in the mirror match.
Yeah, so I guess Momochi's trying to hide his Ken for now.
But it's very difficult to hide because I'm assuming that Infiltration has 40,000 yen in his pocket and bought the Topanga League and has seen
most of the tricks that Momochi.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, but that was I agree with you. I think there was a little mind games in Korea, and that's why he hit his 10. Probably pretty confident that he was going to beat everyone else except for Infiltration, and he hit it all the way for the finals. So let's see what we have here.
I've been playing for Ken for the whole week.
Okay.
To practice with Ken.
What do you feel about this matchup, Ken versus Akuma?
Oh, that was gonna say it's kind of hard. It's wow, that
one hit confirmed. Well,
actually,
not really a confirm, but
yeah, but he actually
did it at that range.
Yeah, that was very impressive for him to do that uppercut in that range.
Yeah.
Because a weak one will actually lead to a whole.
I would have lost the round, basically.
Yeah, we lost the round. Yeah. Nice little trick over there.
So why do you say that Ken is very difficult to use against Akuma?
Because of the footsies, like Ken doesn't get much damage off the footsies, but Akuma gets a hard knockdown. And it's very hard to catch Akuma when he's teleporting. Like it's not really a good option select. Good
Nice.
damage there.
Mochi recognizing that the second hit of the standing roundhouse whiffed and punished accordingly.
That was almost like the max damage that he could have done in that situation.
EX Tatsumaki, but unfortunately it puts you close to your opponent, and I think you're +1. One hit. Good anti-air.
Good reaction there.
Wow! And I've been seeing that from Mochi lately. He will use the wake up jab Shoryuken, but of course he's playing side by side now, so it's a little easier for Infiltration to pick up on what his opponent is doing, and of course vice versa.
So much experience from Momochi's Ken. I watched that set between he and Tokido, you know, where he won.
Oh, that was a very good match. So yeah, in the beginning it certainly did look like Akuma had the advantage when Tokido was up, I think like 6-2.
7-3?
Yeah, 7-3, 6-2.
So Infiltration has a lot of information in this set.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because he definitely watched the whole set and
Oh, of course,
actually,
yeah. But Mochi was able to clutch it out in a very, I think the most exciting match in Topanga at that point. And a lot of the things that he had to rely on was the focus attack. I think that's a really good option for Ken. Maybe I wouldn't say good option, but it's like one of his only options of dealing.
doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The camera focus especially.
Yeah,
Like
Kara focus.
it's very hard. Ken is really hard character after I pick up. I realized that the Kara uppercut must be really on point. Kara fireball is hard. Kara focus is very hard too. You see, look at him using Kara focus. He's reacting after doing it as well. See what he can do in the situation.
How do you even do Kara focus? Like, what button do you press?
You do a forward and a medium kick, but you're just peeling the focus with the medium.
With medium punch.
Yeah, so you have to just the opponent have to be first.
And why would anyone want to do a Kara focus?
Because it changes the range. Because the range is so good, so you actually be able to. There's certain step plays for the Kara focus. So you'll definitely see it later in the game.
Okay, let us know if you see any uses of the Kara focus.
Yep.
Oh, nice footsies there. Max damage there, and Infiltration calculating correctly that the EX Shoryuken is going to take that round. Now, just to remind everyone, this is a race to 7th with Deuce rules, so you do have to win by 2. This is going to be a full punish here. Oh, thought he had the meter to burn the FADC. Interesting, we've seen twice now that Momochi has just done a raw hurricane kick. What is he looking for?
I think it's execution error from what I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Because when you try to do the Kara,
Oh,
sometimes
I see.
yeah, you actually miss the input.
I thought he was looking at the focus of Infiltration and tried to break it, but usually people do the EX Tatsumaki because of the speed. Oh.
Ken's Fireball is so hard to use because it gets focused in really easily. One mix up there.
Nice, but doesn't pursue with the Ultra 2 because Infiltration is also using Ultra 2. So it's only at a very specific timings that... Oh, nice. One pixel away, and they trade it. Uppercuts, another uppercut. Burns it, but doesn't do any juggle. An execution error there by Infiltration at the very last moment.
He could have done the EX uppercut and couldn't gotten around. But he chooses to go for the heavy one, just in the first place. I guess both of the players were really nervous at that point. Oh, that versus Daigo trick, just walk forward and throw.
So it looks like in that Shoryuken scramble, it was Momochi that got a little lucky there as Infiltration missed his juggle.
Momochi is playing very defensive because he doesn't really have a choice. He don't want to get a sweep. Wow, the kind of air-to-air was really sick. He just walk forward and do the air-to-air.
Now, if I remember correctly, I think Infiltration used Ultra 1 in Korea, and now he's using 2.
Yep, because he was not fighting against Ken as well. So that was a very simple mix-up, like an empty and a hit low. The reason why Momochi get hits is because he was trying to look out for the cross-up Tatsu or the front, because Akuma has a lot of variety, so he wasn't really noticing on the down. That's why even a simple mix-up like this, even a top player get hits by it.
I like that
reaction
pursuit, yeah. So many players and characters have a difficult time in chasing, punishing that runaway demon flip, but Momochi responding correctly with the auto-correct uppercut doesn't give him an auto get out of jail card for free.
Very nice frame trap there. Going for the max damage
here. Oh! Standing round, and again, the uppercut's traded. You can see the flames come out from Ken's fierce uppercut. Burns 2 meters to get in close.
He just wants to get this round.
Oh no, here comes the knockdown!
Oh, he read that? That was really sick.
He read the uppercut, and there is the famous Infiltration water. As you can see, that sort of death look from Momochi. He's so serious now.
He was very unhappy of that loss. He shouldn't have lost that round.
Definitely. Maybe he could have gotten a heavier punish on that jump back roundhouse in the corner. Instead, he went for a standing roundhouse on the ground, but maybe a Tatsu would have done it. But he gave Infiltration a small window and he took full advantage of it. No anti-air, full max punish from Momochi. Nice. Whoa, what?
Kind of options like that? I think he was going for the
He shot
teleport back.
the Hadouken through his body like a shotgun.
That was a really dangerous option select at that moment because if Infiltration really teleport, he could have cancelled into Ultra to catch the EX Fireball. So I think Momochi wasn't getting his options right at this moment as well.
That armor-piercing Hadouken, I've never seen that before. Goes for the sweep.
Oh, very smart crouch tag there at the moment. He just blocks high, option select goes crouch tag, and he beats our option. If he does a high, he will just block it first.
Delayed crouch tag, yeah.
That's a very good option at that moment.
Oh, what? I've never seen Infiltration come in from that angle on the EX, the Air Tatsu there. Again, he's going to it. Gonna teleport away. Oh, teleport switches sides.
That's the reason why the match is so hard, because if Akuma can just use a teleport to get away in a lost situation.
Daigo was saying about Momochi when he watched the Tokido Momochi match is that he saw something in Momochi that he's never seen before, which is basically his ability and resolve to come back. So he knows that Daigo always knew that Momochi was a top player, but he went Super Saiyan in the Tokido match. He saw something that he never saw in him before. Because maybe he has a willingness to like give up towards the end, but he really pulled it out, and I think he won, was it 11-9?
Yeah, that was something that is really impressive.
So let's see if he can use that experience against Infiltration here. This is going to be a shorter set to 7 instead of 10.
Japanese is
nice
always
combo.
very good in long sets.
Yeah.
So we'll see a lot of stuff here, definitely.
And I think Infiltration knew that as well in the Unveiled event at Tokyo Game Show. He did not want to play anything higher than first to 10.
Yeah.
I think the original invitation was
First to 50.
first to 100, and then the negotiations went down to 50, and then first to 20. And finally, they agreed upon the number of first to 10. But just like you said, I think a lot of people know, especially the top players, know that certain players excel at a very long set.
Because their ability to focus was very strong. To focus throughout the set was very strong. Very strong concentration. Momochi is one of the players with very strong concentration.
Yeah.
No matter how long the set, he's very clear what he wants to do always.
And you can tell by that that gaze of death that he's giving, really in the mode right here. He only needs to concentrate on one match today, I believe.
That's where it's the hardest to fight. When the person only has one match, he just prepare only one day, one match, that was gonna be the really strong days.
And he's also been conditioned by playing in the Topanga League to play long sets. And I don't know if Infiltration has had that experience in Korea, where you're just going constantly. You know, if it's the B League elimination match versus Tokido, if it's the A League now, he played most of it. I think Momochi played the most. So he's been, if you're running a marathon, you definitely want to get a lot of practice in before the final race day. Yeah. And I would say that Topanga has really prepared him for this day. And now he finds himself 2-2 even up against Infiltration here.
Very
Nice.
impressive. Using up the Kara uppercut just to get in range and did it really early.
Okay, they're just trading uppercuts here. Nice wake up low medium kick there.
That whiff punish was really godlike. You whiff punish a heavy button with a forward middle kick which is like 17 frames. That requires a lot of reaction.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. That's something that you only see Momochi does it.
Oh, misses his combo, does Momochi. I'm sorry, Infiltration. But here comes the knockdown. Oh, it's so dangerous. I noticed Tokido going for a late demon flip kick always, and I think Ken has a very nice hurt box. Sometimes it hits in the front and lands in the back.
That was a very high level of my game going on at the moment.
He burned
It's
two
just going
meteors.
for a reset. Momochi just straight going to the down middle kick after the reset.
He's been going to that a lot, even on a wake up as a wake up option. Oh, just barely some pixels away from a clean jump in. No uppercut from Infiltration. Nice standing fierce anti-air. Tries to go for it again, but Mochi lands on just an empty neutral jump. Almost could have gotten a combo there.
Got it.
Wow, max
That
punish.
was the max punish.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Now, what you see Mochi and a lot of other high-level Ken players doing is that they have the ability to hit confirm their focus. So they'll absorb the hit, see if they have enough time to crumple for a level 2, and if they don't, they are going to dash forward in or release on a level 1.
That was something a lot of players couldn't done it.
Yeah, it's just, you're either born with it or you really practice hard. It's a high-level technique and one that he really uses because he's really at a character disadvantage against Goki here. No teleport to get out, just a back throw. This should be it with the EX. Shoryuken, a nice jump forward there. Why would Momochi even attempt that? Why wouldn't he go for an EX Shoryuken and try to go even with Goki there?
I think at the moment, he knows he's gonna be dead for sure. So he's just trying to gamble another option because DP is then gonna lose to Goki's one.
Okay.
So it was always a moment thing. Maybe you have the right decision at that moment, but you are not enough time to react to it.
It's a very interesting option, jumping forward when you know you're gonna die. It's not something that your body instinctively wants to do, right? You're either mashing uppercut or you want to backdash and save yourself. But
Because
sometimes
top players always face this kind of situation very often.
Yeah.
So the more they face this kind of situation, the more they actually get used to it. Like, oh, they think a few steps, oh, what, I'm gonna die. I'm
nice
gonna do
crumple.
another option at the moment.
So they're already 2 steps ahead when intermediate players are thinking about the most basic.
Because they're very familiar with the situation already.
Nice anti-air there. Momochi trying to get around. Doesn't have a bar though to use his EX Tatsu to get out. I don't think he wants to get cornered here. Nice clean jump and this should be it. No, just a pixel away. Oh, this is gonna hit in the air! Are you serious? He just knocked down the Mogadishu Black Hawk down. The helicopter.
That was a very sad loss by Infiltration.
And the black death screen. Very rare. There's only 2 ultras that do the black finishing screen there. Momochi definitely wanted the chip, and he would have gotten it.
He can't even do anything at that situation. No fireball, no jump tatsu. Every option was a losing option.
So we can see how Goki, we can sort of predict that in Ultra, he's really going to benefit from the double Ultra system, when he has the option to do both the Demon and also his second Ultra. forcing a runaway. Gets knocked down as Momochi.
Yeah, that was one of the very common set play that every cat has been using, people have been noticing. After a block down middle kick, they will straight go into the Kara focus. So they will try to react if you try to go for a sweep or something and try to release in the level 2. If not, they will just usually back off. That's what they usually do. Like he's been doing it a lot of times. After a down middle kick, they just go straight in the Kara focus. It's a very strong set play, but people fail to recognize that.
Ooh. So just a raw medium kick and sort of distancing for the footsies and preparing for the next play. Oh, going to get a clean jump in. Nice. That was perfect placement there for Infiltration. Whenever you see your opponent focusing, sometimes it's best to just jump forward and do a full punish. Again,
yeah, that
a ridiculous whip punish by Momochi. Nice counter hit, hit confirm, and you can link a jab after that step forward kick.
Momochi's gameplay is very, very beautiful. You can see every decision he makes. He thinks a lot for every decision that he makes.
I always say this, Momochi wins with the fewest button presses.
Yeah, and very impressive button presses.
He's so economic. I think he drives, like one of those energy saving cars, and he's really good at saving money. He's so economic with his button pushes. A lot of it is just moving back and forth before he's in striking distance. Oh, no! Whoa, I think he wanted the ultra there.
Yeah, he wanted to go for the ultra too. Oh, that's
That
nice.
was so dangerous.
Yeah, but he couldn't manage to react to it.
Nice feint there, and again, that's gonna EX is gonna take it. And that is exactly how Infiltration won. Daigo in the 5th and Evos in years past, he's really been able to blow through the fireballs with that focus attack and then max punish.
It's all very, very close by Momochi.
Yeah, this even though the score is 4-2, it's really been decided by a few pixels on both ends. So Momochi just need to make minor adjustments, and he can definitely clutch it out. He's so close here. Nice. Does he get just a juggle just to push him closer to the corner? But he does the back throw. I think he's option selecting something there.
He also selects the jump back, but Infiltration uses the back dash this time. And very good changes of option by Infiltration to mix around. So it's very hard to catch to know what Infiltrations want to do.
Nice wake up crouch there from Momochi to dodge that air tatsu.
He read the air tatsu really well.
Alright, now he's got Infiltration exactly where he wants him in the corner. Burns 2 bars, that's the Korean style. Oh,
there you go again.
If he can punish with a set kick, is there a better punish set he could do? Like a sweep or like even ultra? Like his reactions are so godly as Momochi's. I'm wondering if there's something better that he could do.
But the sweep is really slow, so sometimes the sweep is out of range.
Right.
Even though you can react fast enough, it's not in range to punish the sweep.
So Momochi can definitely, you can tell he's limited somewhat by his character because his limbs, his feet just are not fast enough to get the maximum damage. Whereas Infiltration, really, again, using his tools against him, reading that fireball. All right, now he's got him where he wants him. He's in a healthy lead. So much of this match is determined by how well Momochi can take the light lead and put Infiltration into the corner. I think that's the max punish here. Okay, that should be the round, and burns the bar just as an exclamation point.
It was really impressive.
And there is...
They get that read. That was ridiculous. What is going on with this people's mind? That jump in? How many fireballs did Infiltration throw in a round? I would say less than 5. And you got a read on that one fireball? That's 20%, you could go and play lottery. I mean, your mind game is really so good.
Pretty deep here. I mean, jumping in on Infiltration or Momochi or Daigo is pretty much like you have to wait for a full moon. Yeah. It doesn't come around very often. But when it does, it's a beautiful sight. So you saw Momochi doing a full punish there from Ken. Now it's just turning into a fireball war. Nice max range EX anti-air, fierce range anti-air.
He did a Kara, that's why I extended the range.
Again, with that random Tatsu just to get in there. You have to think, wow, frame traps galore. You see that counter hit message come out.
He was recognizing that Momochi has been pressing jab on when he's blocking, he's pushing a lot of 3-frame jabs. That's a very strong option for Shoto's character because the 3-frame jab is so good.
Nothing!
Misses the Kara uppercut at the range. He only maximum damage he could have done is the Kara uppercut.
Yeah.
If he does a normal, he only gets 2 hits. He misses the most damaging hit on the first one.
Oh, Momochi tried to do something on that Zanko on the way down. Nice, pops him up in the air. I think that was a jab Shoryuken. FADC to backdash to safety. Love how they're playing on this other stage. Uses the EX Hadouken instead of Tatsumaki for max damage. He knew that perhaps he didn't have enough time to release his focus and went in instead.
He released it, but I think Infiltration had execution error in the backdash and the front dash. So he just stood there.
What you see Momochi doing for a lot of these demon flip setups is that he'll just crouch under and try to...
Crouch under?
Yeah, he'll just duck under with a short and try to catch him on the way down instead of blocking high. Or he'll just walk under and wait for him to come down.
That may be some strategy that is very nice.
People, I hope you understand the whiff punishing that is going around here by Momochi. Nice with that trade. Going down to the final round here in the 8th match. Infiltration with that shining, shimmering glitter full bar. And the Colonial Ken with the blonde hair almost working on his full bar as well.
That patient play from Momochi. You can never ever gauge Infiltration's reaction. His reaction towards NTA was really on point throughout the day.
Yeah, these players have been warming up for about 30 to 40 minutes now, so right when they sit down on the chairs, they're ready to go. The funny thing is that we had them warming up next to each other, so maybe they're like, you know, in school when you're taking a test and you're looking over at the other person's answers. Maybe a little cheating there. Alright, let's see. Infiltration after a back throw in the corner would rather get out than do a set play. Interesting there.
Because I think there's not really strong set plays from just a back throw.
Okay.
Aren't you getting a bit impatient?
But Infiltration will also will do Hadouken FADC when he's in the corner just to get out. So you see how deathly afraid he is of being cornered by anyone. Even sacrificing his set play against Ken just to get out. It reminds me of, I think Dawson after a focus crumple. You could either hit him with a sweep or something, or you could do a double teleport to switch sides and not, you know, do any damage after.
Sometimes getting in the vortex is a lot better than getting the damage, I guess.
Oh, misses the air. Nice throw there from Momochi, recognizing that there was a scramble. No, not enough meter to FADC.
I haven't seen Momochi getting Infiltration's getaway option once. Infiltration is mixing up his teleports, backdash, and blocking so well that... Oh, that was an accident for the frame trap. He was meant to go for the uppercut.
Even with no bar, he only has 1.5.
Yeah, even the uppercut, he could actually get the guaranteed chip damage.
Okay.
So he just
That looked pretty nasty though. That is the poor man's uppercut on the ground. The one that you actually do in the... Oh, nice recognition. Breaks the focus. Here comes the Vortex. Just empty jump low. Oh! Mochi didn't really capitalize there on the empty focus. Oh!
Wow.
Yeah, Tatsumaki doesn't have any invulnerability frame, so even though you read it and you try to break your opponent's focus, sometimes it gets knocked out if they release early, but you only get a air attack, and so a minor juggle after that. Not too bad. Oh yes, nice Kara uppercut to link that. Ooh, I think that was the uppercut. Wow, very deep step kick there. I wonder if that was guaranteed at that range. Ah! Ooh. Now the reason why Infiltration is teleporting so much is because he wants to fish for an opportunity to use his ultra combo, perhaps reacting to something, but Mochi does not give him a chance and step kicks for the victory.
Wow, that double hit. How many reads was that?
From a mile away. Momochi still has yet to use one of his axe kick overheads. And that's been a problem for him to get any sort of damage in on Infiltration, but he gets a nice cross-up EX Tatsu. No follow-up though. Nice, no button press there from Mochi.
Blocks everything. That was really
Nice 2-hit combo, it's only on counter hit. Oh, I like that walk forward anti-air. We're coming down to the wire here. Very close, no punish there, could have gotten an ultra. A lot of focusing here by Momochi. Ooh, yep, he feinted for the overhead, instead took a step back and tried to get him with low medium kick. I love the reaction there from Momochi to get out of a sticky situation. No one wants to get pinned down from that double EX Zanku in the corner. Oh, misses his uppercut, but kills him anyway. And there we have Sakura touching the pointy arm bracelet of Chun-Li. Good friends. Oh, teleports the wrong way there. Loading gets down with a sweep, and what is this craziness? Teleporting there from Infiltration. And so Momochi guessed, or Infiltration guessed wrong on all 3 wake-up options there.
Yeah.
So that might be a sign of things to come. I wouldn't say that Momochi guessed right, but I think Infiltration is trying to say, I'm willing to do anything on wake-up. I will teleport forward, back, I will jump towards. So you really have to be aware of my 10 different options on wake-up.
And Momochi hasn't been catching on Infiltrations, you know, wake-up options for almost the whole of 9 games. So this is like the first game Momochi managed to get a read. So we'll see how it eventually goes.
But he misses an opportunity to anti-air there. Oh, that should be it. A safe jump, Demon Palm. It's so difficult. We've said that that's one of the best setups. After a sweep, Demon Flip, land on the other side, Fierce Punch Hadouken, FADC, hit confirm. And apparently that setup, to show how strong it is, it's safe against Ken's jab uppercut.
Actually, it's actually not safe against the uppercut, but because Momochi is using the light uppercut to delay it, to break it, you know, he doesn't want to block it. He feels like, if I'm gonna guess it, I'm just gonna DP it, you know, so Infiltration base it. Because he really get hit by the light uppercut at least twice in the whole game from the previous times.
Oh, level 1 accidental crumple.
That was like a Ken move. Infiltration is burning with the dominating fireball without even, he wasn't really reacting to it, he was just going on with the FADC. I don't know what's going on with his mind.
Finally gets a knockdown, triple dash to get in. Nice, I think it's guaranteed sweep. Oh, just at the tip, a little cut toenails, doesn't get a jump in there, even though he jumped right over it at that point blank range.
Only thing Akuma is doing now is to build bars and go think of a way to go for the Ultra 2.
Oh! He just shot him down from full screen.
With the EX Fireball. That was a very good choice.
Look at that look of death there from Momochi. Did not like the UFO flying in his airspace. And again, that's the second time that Infiltration has burnt a bar to try to avoid landing on a Hadouken, but still wastes the meter and takes the damage, trying to preserve his gray life. Nice, that's the one where you hit from the front and land in the back.
That was really dirty.
Sometimes I'm not even sure the player can control it. Just
sometimes they just do it and
it's
it
just the system of the game, yeah.
Yeah, and
Capcom decides where it wants to put the character.
Whoa, that was a really good read.
That is the max damage you can get off of Akuma's sweep. If you can focus it early, dash in, and then low heavy punch into Shoryuken. Okay, no risk there. Let's see if Momochi can. And now Momochi can do it because Akuma does not have his Demon Ultra to cancel that. Could he have gotten an Ultra after that? Instead of a Tatsumaki? Right? Oh! Oh!
It was all so close. You can see Momochi is very upset with the result.